to the channel. Today I'm asking myself the question, can a reusable filter produce delicious tasting coffee? I'm going to brew V60 with a paper filter and with my reusable filter, and I'm going to taste the results. Not very scientific, but it's going to give me an idea, the differences in flavours, but also I'm going to tell you what I like and what I dislike about this little reusable filter. I wanted to find something that was relatively cheap, as you do. Jumped onto Amazon, typed in the search bar reusable V60 filters, and this was the first one that came up. Cost me £10, £12 including shipping. Arrived a couple of days later and started using it. So I've been using this filter now for coming up to 3 months. It's been producing some really great coffees. I'm not going to get into flavour just yet, because when we brew them side by side I'll sort of have a little bit of a taste and give you an idea of what the differences are, which I'm really interested in. So I think, without me babbling on too much longer about it, let's start brewing. Right, so here we have 2 brews. A couple of things to talk through before we taste them, so let them cool down a little bit, was grind setting on my little Wilfer, I think it's a Svart, Wilfer Svart, considerably coarser for the metal filter. One thing I did notice when I was brewing them side by side there was, at the end of the brew, the reusable filter sort of started to slow down quite a lot, so I'm guessing that's probably gonna change the flavour somewhat. Brew times were, I think, 3:15 for the paper and around about 3 minutes 45 for the reusable. So even though it was coarser, it still took longer to come through, so that might be something to do with how fine the mesh is on there. Usability, I mean, to be honest, the paper filter does create that seal on the cone, which, I mean, looks attractive. It's really nice, it's easier to work with. The reusable, it's steady, but you just have that feeling that you want it to be a little bit steadier in the brewer, but nothing that's going to spill out or anything like that. And then obviously with the reusable, you've got the cleaning. To be honest, it hasn't been something that's bothered me. Grounds go straight into the worktop compost bin, ready to go out into the composter, and then basically I don't have a dishwasher, so I just rinse it out with water, and then every few days give it a good clean. I haven't used any cleaning products on it, just sort of water, give it a good rinse out, warm water, and I've even turned it upside down and just poured some hot water from the kettle on it. But I guess the big telltale is what they're going to taste like side by side. Recipe was exactly the same, 16 grams in, 250 grams of water through. Brew times were different, grind size was different. Let's have a taste. So first, let's try the reusable filter. Interesting. right, so what I expected really. Both really good and clean, not over extracted at all, so no stringency. Slightly more clarity, feels a little bit cleaner, a little bit more delicate, lighter in the mouth from the paper, which I expected, and a little bit more fuller bodied. One thing I have noticed is you get no sediment in the cup, so the mesh is really fine, which is another reason I think it gets a little bit choked at the end of the brew. But for going coarser, quite a bit coarser, I still don't feel like you lose anywhere near any of that really good acidity from a really good specialty washed coffee. And if anything, what it lacks in the clarity, it sort of, I prefer a bigger bodied coffee. So I'm gonna say that moving from a cafetiere to a V60, I do prefer the reusable, which is a result really. I think it's a good investment. You don't have to worry about buying, once you've bought it, you don't have to worry about buying new filters all the time, running out of filters, packing a load of filters in your bag if you wanted to go somewhere. So I do believe it's a really great investment. And the taste, I would argue, although this is slightly cleaner and a bit more delicate, if that's what you like, but if you like a bit more body about your coffee, then reusable is the way to go. I can't really discredit either of them, but I think the reusable edges it just for the fact that it's reusable. You don't have to discard anything, don't have to chop down any trees, and the taste is really nice and clean and sweet and with that little bit more body. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you found that interesting, informative. I'm going to put a link below to the company that produce the reusables. We're also looking to maybe stock some on our website, so keep an eye out for that. And that's it. Can you brew delicious coffee with a reusable filter? In my opinion, you can. And with a little bonus, it's better for the environment. So, as always, thanks for watching. Stay focused. Keep drinking delicious coffee.